Hello. So, I have a quarter up here. What can you get for a quarter these days? 15 minutes on a parking meter, 9 Doritos, exactly 38 seconds on your Wi-Fi, a sip of your caramel mocha frappuccino, or a meal for someone who really needs it. 1 in 9 people in this world is food insecure. It's a large number, but it's not that shocking. Hunger is pretty much a staple in this world. What might surprise you is what hunger looks like here at home. 1 in 6 Americans is food insecure. That seems wrong, doesn't it? I mean, in this country, most people equate hunger with homelessness. But clearly, 1 in 6 Americans isn't homeless. So what does this tell us? That we need to direct more resources to one of our greatest yet least known needs, feeding the working poor. How do we quantify this need? We count the deficit in missing meals. Currently, there are 8.5 billion missing meals in the United States. While pursuing my master's degree, I took a job as a bartender to earn some extra money. I quickly realized the hospitality industry is a cash cow. Hotels, bars, and restaurants pull in large sums of money each day. I used this knowledge to create a model to combat hunger. So how does this work? You, the user, go out to dinner just as you normally do. You enjoy your favorite dish coupled with a nice glass of wine just as you normally do. And at the end of your meal, you use your Spare app to round up your bill to the nearest dollar to support local hunger relief efforts. Your donation, always 99 cents or less, helps feed people in your community. Spare is about giving in your immediate community. How do quarters, dimes, nickels, and pennies make a difference? Through Feeding America, we've worked out that it takes about 10 cents to feed 1 American. Check your Impact tab to see how many people you have helped feed, as well as how many people have been fed overall by all local users of the Spare app. Watch as you and your community close your city's meal gap, 1 American, 1 roundup at a time in real time. Never before have the residents of one city acted together to end hunger in their community. Share your philanthropy on social media. Share your role in creating history. Outside of a gold star in grade school, when was the last time you received a reward for doing a good deed? Patrons that round up at participating restaurants receive rewards for giving back to their community, a set system of rewards put in place as a thank you for giving back. On a user's 3rd roundup in a month, they receive 1 free cocktail. That's about an $8 to $16 value. They've donated $1.50, so it's a great deal. And they get the moral benefit of having fed 15 people. On a user's 5th roundup in a month at the same location, they receive 1 free appetizer or dessert. This is about a $10 to $20 value, again for just $2.50, and the moral benefit of having fed 25 people. On a user's 10th roundup in a month, they receive a $15 credit and the moral benefit of having fed 50 people. So in this 1 month, the same user has received 3 rewards, totaling close to a $40 value, and the moral benefit of having fed 90 people. So it's pretty clear the user gets a good deal, but what's in it for the restaurant? Restaurants benefit as well. Restaurants often partake in promotions through outlets such as Groupon or Living Social to get patrons through the door. Oftentimes, these programs require restaurants to discount their prices up to 60% or more just to get a patron into the door 1 time. Spare users work for their rewards. They don't receive anything until their 3rd visit to that same partner location in 1 month. Where am I? And what's their reward? It's 1 free cocktail. In the restaurant's eyes, that's already been paid for by their repeat business. So let's take a closer look at the impact of the Spare model for hungry Americans. Let's look at the largest city in the United States, New York City. There's currently 235 missing meals in New York right now. The city is home to a little over 8 million residents. And we should also note that through our partner organization, Food Bank for New York City, each dollar they receive provides 4 meals for hungry New Yorkers. So simple math tells us that we need a little over $58 million to bridge this meal gap. Let's assume something crazy. Let's say we get 100% of New Yorkers to round up using Spare. How large would their individual contribution need to be in order to close the meal gap in 1 year? Pretty low. $7.10 per person would do it. But let's take a more conservative number. Let's say 10% of New Yorkers round up using Spare. We're now looking at a grand total of $71 per person, or $6 a month. Through Spare, New York can close its own meal gap with a minimal contribution from its residents. This isn't a hope, it's not a speculation. This is a viable solution to an old problem. It's the cure for hunger in the United States. We begin in New York City, leveraging our 100 restaurant partners to create a roundup culture in the capital city of the world, and we move from there. I'll admit to one thing about my generation. We're a whole lot of internet slacktivists doing a whole lot of nothing. We share this, we tweet this, but there's not a lot of elbow grease in there. Spare can change that. Spare turns internet activists into true advocates and puts advocacy in your pocket without turning your pockets inside out. What do you do with your spare change?
You know, it could go to better use.
So, as a closing, to all the issuers in the audience, we would love to talk to you about our transition to frictionless payment. So find us at K14, we're just outside, and thank you for your time.